So, you're dreaming of launching a business in Israel. That's awesome. It's a place with just incredible opportunity. But let's be real, it's also a unique landscape with its own set of rules. In this explainer, we're going to unpack your roadmap to success and turn that big dream into a clear, actionable plan.
All right, so are you ready to get started? We're going to walk through all the essential checkpoints you need to hit on this journey. The goal here is to help you build a business that doesn't just survive, but one that really, truly thrives in the Israeli market.
Every successful journey starts with a solid base camp. And in the Israeli business world, that base camp is your network. I can't stress this enough. This isn't just about who you know. It's about building genuine, local connections in a super tight-knit ecosystem where trust is, well, everything. These relationships are what will support you every single step of the way.
Okay, let's break down a really critical distinction in how you approach networking. If you're B2B, business to business, you're going to focus on industry events and building those key partnerships. But if you're B2C, selling directly to customers, your energy needs to go into community engagement, creating that local buzz. The strategy is different, for sure, but the goal is exactly the same, building real connections.
So where do you even start? Think of this as your get-going action plan. First, look for professional groups for new immigrants, or Olim. They are an absolutely invaluable resource. Get yourself to industry conferences, even if you just listen at first. And seriously, never underestimate the power of just talking to other small business owners. They've walked this exact path before you.
All right, with your base camp established, the very next step is planting your flag. And in today's world, that means crafting your digital presence. This is all about claiming your space online, making sure that when potential customers in Israel look for you, they find a professional and welcoming storefront that actually speaks their language. So, your digital footprint, it's so much more than just a website. It's your entire online reputation, and it's almost always the first impression you'll make. In Israel, a strong Google My Business profile and active social media are often just as crucial as your homepage. It's what signals that you're legitimate, you're active, and you're ready for business.
And this quote, wow, it just brilliantly illustrates a crucial point. You can have the best product in the entire world, but if your website is only in English, you're basically locking out the vast majority of your potential customers. Having Hebrew content isn't just a simple translation choice, it's a message. It says, I'm here, I'm serious, and I want to do business with you.
Okay, every great journey has its obstacles, and the path to building a business in Israel is no different. You're probably going to encounter some bureaucracy, a different business culture, and for sure some language barriers. But the key isn't to avoid them. It's to learn how to navigate them effectively. You can actually turn potential frustrations into a competitive advantage.
The key here is to have a resilience strategy. First, just acknowledge that setbacks are part of the process, and you just have to persist. Second, and this is a big one, don't go it alone. Find local partners, like a good accountant, who know the system inside and out. And finally, work to master that system yourself. Because once you understand the bureaucracy, it's no longer an obstacle. It's just part of your map. So you've built your network, you've planted your flag, and you've learned how to navigate the terrain. Now it's time to plan the ascent. This whole phase is about making smart, strategic decisions that can transform your small operation into a truly sustainable, growing business.
Now, a really key part of that ascent is understanding your business status. Most people start out as an Osek Patur. It's just simpler and you don't have to collect that. But as your revenue grows, you'll eventually need to transition to an Osek Murshé. Knowing exactly when to make the switch is absolutely vital, both for legal compliance and for positioning your business for some serious growth.
And what fuels that growth? Honestly, it comes down to this simple, powerful principle. Instead of taking all the profits out for yourself, you reinvest them back into the business. This could mean better marketing, new equipment, or maybe even hiring your first employee. It's the engine that's going to carry you up that mountain.
So there you have it. That's your roadmap, from building your base camp with strong networks all the way to planning your ascent with smart growth strategies. The path is laid out for you. So the only real question left is the one you see right there. What's the very first step you'll take on your journey today?